You spoke a sentence in English and something wrong came out of your mouth, and now you're suddenly aware of it and you feel deeply regretful and sorry and embarrassed, and so many emotions flushing you. Your face is red and you do not know what to do about it, and you're like, okay, you're cursing yourself. Why did I even try? You're too afraid, you're too scared of making mistakes when you speak in English. And what can you do about it? How you can deal with it? What is all this hype? Why do you feel these emotions? That's all that I'm going to cover in this video today. Okay, now first I want you to understand that this is something that happens to almost everybody. There are very few people who probably have that kind of confidence that nothing can embarrass them in the world. In my case, I still feel that embarrassment sometimes. I have always been very vocal about this, that I am not perfect in English, nowhere close to being perfect. I'm still learning. But yes, I do not make as many mistakes as I used to make earlier when I was beginning to learn to speak in English. Let's first talk about this overhype and status that we attach to this language. And trust me, I have traveled, and I'm telling you from my experience, whatever I found out is that English is such a big deal only in our country. I have never seen this hype, never seen this status being attached to this language anywhere else in the world. For them, it's alright, they just tell you, no English, no English. I mean, they declare it on your face, and now you have to look for a means to communicate with them. Coming back to my point. So there's a lot of hype and there's a lot of status thing that we've attached to the language, which we should not. But what to do? We have to play by the rules. This is where we live, and this is how everything, this is how our environment is. And since we are here, we are amongst these people who attach importance to the language. Hence, we are bound to attach it knowingly or unknowingly. We too attach a lot of value to the language. It's just somehow the scenario is such that you cannot do without learning to speak this language. There is really no option left for you if you have to move in the corporate world and you want to walk up the corporate ladder. Right? Now, there's one more thing I do want to let you know, that if you want a comprehensive course or detailed course on all the problems that you face in your ability to speak in English, my course is live. You can go check it out. Up to you. The link is in description, because that course covers all the problems of English learners. Okay. Now coming back, what can we do about this? So first, understand that this entire thing, this phenomenon of you feeling scared and afraid of making mistakes, the biggest mistake is over avoiding to make mistakes. You are not just avoiding, you're over avoiding it. You're doing it over and over again, and you're doing it in a high degree. In fact, you should own up to your mistakes. Like even now, sometimes what happens with me is that I learn a word, a new word, and mostly very excited to use it. I want to use that word, and sometimes I get it wrong. The meaning that is conveyed to me of the usage of the word is incorrect, and I feel I've gotten the right meaning and I've gotten the right usage, and I use it someplace, and then somebody corrects me that, no, you're not using it right. This isn't the right meaning. I think you got that wrong. And what I do is I thank that person. Thank you. Is it so? Okay, I got that wrong. Just smile and accept your mistake and thank the other person. You will notice that there are some people who would just go on and on and on with whatever little bit of knowledge they have of English. I mean, they will make mistakes and they will not stop. They will anyway complete their sentence, and even the next sentence will come out in the same language. They are confident even in making mistakes. I love such people's confidence. I wish I could learn that art from them. It's an art. And that's how such people improve much faster than any of us. It's because they embrace their infirmities, they embrace their shortcomings, and they are ready to learn and ready to be corrected. So that's the point. Maybe there is something that we can learn from such people. Now, let me tell you a very interesting concept of Japan, wabi sabi. Wabi sabi is a concept that celebrates imperfections. If something will break, maybe a vase breaks, they will join the vase and that crack they will fill with a golden polish. They're going to highlight that crack. And that highlighting with a golden polish, that the crack is very visible from a distance, is the example, it's an example of wabi sabi. So you're celebrating imperfections. Now, imagine here we are hiding our imperfections, and then there on the other side of the planet, there are people who celebrate imperfections. Why can't we? Maybe it's just in our heads. Maybe it's just that we are unable to get over ourselves. We are so bound by our own thought processes that we are unable to accept that we are imperfect, and we want to create this fake facade that, oh, look, I'm so good in English and I'm so confident, and we want to portray all of that. There is no need. I want to tell you this. There is no need for you to do this. Okay? Learn your way into English. Learn it the easy way. Learn it the way any skill should be learned. Okay? Because more than a language, it is a skill. And if you're learning a skill, you will go from a 0 to 10, and on the way, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. That's just how it is. However, we should anyway bring down the level of making mistakes. Right now, in the beginning, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, okay? We must bring down the error rate. That's something that we need to work on. So there are two things that we need to do. First of all, we must bring down our error rate. Okay, and second, we must not care about making mistakes. So the two things will happen together. You must work on these two areas of your journey together. Bring down the error rate and bring down the care that you give into protecting yourself from making mistakes. The two things will happen together, and gradually the error rate is going to come down while you practice more and more. You just have to give more deliberate hours towards learning to speak in English. Okay. Now, this is a sheet that we made for you. Okay. It's a doc, Google Doc, and more than 25,000 people have already used it. There are regular visitors on this page. Use this page. This has ways of learning. Okay. There are many ways listed on this page that you can use, and you can start practicing English in whatever way suits you best. You can probably make a cocktail of these, okay? Design a plan for yourself. I'm coming up with a plan for you. Trust me, it's like on my list. I'm gonna come up with a beautiful video to have a study plan for you to practice English, okay? But till now, since that I have not yet taken it out, this is the page that you can use for self-help. Start using this page and start using the ideas that are mentioned there. So for first, bringing down your error rate, this sheet is going to help you, okay? And for second, where I said that you must not care too much about making mistakes, for that, what you could do is you should be more aware of your feelings. You should be more aware of your biases, a little more aware of your aversions, how you behave, your behavior, because your behavior you will probably understand much better than anybody else. So be more aware of yourself, okay? Try and be more childlike, because children learn much faster. It's because children are not scared of others. Children are children. They are just free spirits. So be a little more free spirited. Make mistakes, it's all right. I make a lot of mistakes, you make a lot of mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. It's just okay, it's just how things are supposed to be. Okay? So make mistakes, be free spirited, be like a child, be less egoistic. मैं गलती नहीं कर सकता. क्यों नहीं कर सकते यार? आप कर सकते हो गलती. आपको भी वो आज़ादी है कि आप गलती कर सकते हो. So be free to make mistakes. So that's all about it. I'll see you in the next video coming up very soon for you. Meanwhile, you take care of yourself, take care of your parents, Lots and lots of love.